Good morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you're watching this. Today we have a phenomenal video for you all to see. We have two of our friends, Reis and Joey Slovin. You know, this goes back a decent amount of time as these kids went to high school together, and they said, you know, one of them thinks they're better than the other one thinks they're better than the other, and we said, you know, we have a great way to decide this. Let's have them battle it out. And this is kind of the game that we see in front of us, and we're gonna see some great shots and probably some bad shots as well
here at the new Oakley, Ohio battle. All right, so you're joined today on commentary by none other than
Cody Phillips
and Eli Gould, and we're here to, you know, show you some subpar disc golf and hopefully get you laughing and enjoying some disc golf during this time. So we're joined today by two pretty good players. We got the first up on the deck is Joey Slovin. You can see by his stats there that he really is subpar at a lot of things, but we're really excited to have him on his first coverage today.
And we also have Reis. He's you know, got the fighting stance going, and you'll kind of be able to see that throughout the video. He really is a fighter. You know, he's a lover and he's a fighter, and don't let the lice in the beard distract you, but he can really rip. So as you can see right there, starting off on hole one, it's a beautiful par 4. Kind of just ripping it as far as you can. You kind of want to end up in the fairway, although neither of these individuals did that. You know, just hyzered out with their forehands a little bit right.
Yeah, we have Joey in trouble here right at the start, but a good out from the woods there to give him a nice look for that third shot into the fairway.
Liam goes for the big straight, you know, flex shot.
And unfortunately, that ended up a little too far left there, but I think he'll be able to make a play into the green from there. Oh, yeah, but he does a good job at laying up again.
Joey's kind of, decision time here. This is his fourth stroke. He's kind of, good pitch up hyzer to get up and down. He'll have another look there. And Liam just kind of lays into his, that's an MD4 that he picked up at the Natty Disc Golf. Shout out Natty Disc Golf.
Yeah, something that you're going to be noticing in this round is that these two players don't have a lot of variety in the disc that they throw. They're more kind of focused on trying to get those good shots down, and we're not playing for pars, we're not playing for birdies here. We're playing numbers golf, so it's just who can get into the basket a little bit faster.
Yeah, and you'll see there's a little bit of rain.
A great bid there from Liam. He really gave that a good look.
He's better putter than you'd think. I like his kind of stance, the way he kind of warms up his putting. And you'll see, so here we get on to hole 2. Really, you got to hit either of these gaps, either on the left side or the right side. The road is OB, but over the road is not OB. So he actually trickles from the out-of-bounds road off the out-of-bounds road. So he's actually inbounds, but he's going to have a tough up and down for his par save.
Now Joey, on the other hand, really filleted that gap, got it straight through there and set him up in really good position to actually be looking at the basket for his second shot.
And that's a really clean rip from Liam.
Nice low over the road, really just stayed up there and got a lot of distance to get him in attacking range.
Like I said, so I think what you're going to see here today is that it started off a little bit rain. Actually, as we were driving here, we saw some really bad thunderstorms. And then, it kind of continues through hole 1, hole 2. But it's really not going to affect these players this much. I mean, we're just going to see consistently bad golf today. So I'm really not that worried about this sort of rain. And it definitely clears up towards the middle of the game.
Oh, and another good look from Liam there. As you are saying that we're going to be seeing some bad shots, he actually gives a good run. Oh, and a good one for Joey there as well from about 15, 20 feet.
And cans the 5-footer. That's just a beautiful save from there. And this is just a beautiful shot. The sun gleaming down on Liam, and he also just cans that.
Very majestic. Very majestic.
I mean, you just don't see putting like that these days.
So we're going into hole 3 here with Liam having the 2-stroke lead. And if you look down the center of the fairway, there's a tree up there with some yellow tape on it, and that's a Mando that Joey unfortunately misses right here. That actually was one of the better drives he threw on the day.
Probably the furthest drive he throws all day.
Yeah, very well thrown. Unfortunately missing the Mando, though, so now he's teeing off again for 3. And he ends up right over where Liam is.
Yeah, they both went for the 4. You see these kids are primarily forehand throwers. Liam can kind of service a backhand every once in a while, but really these guys like the forehand a lot more.
But that was a backhand from Joey that looked pretty well thrown. He got a lot of power on it, just really not aiming right and not getting the height that he needed to really get it there.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're just not as confident typically, but when they go to it, sometimes it's a lot better than they think it's going to be in their mind. So.
All right, and a good layup for Liam. He knows he's ahead at this point, so he's just playing numbers golf, trying to keep Joey down.
Golf. Oh, and almost a footfall.
Oh, that's unfortunate there. You can really see the frustration in him. He knew that he should have taken more time in that putt, and I think we're going to see a little bit more frustration right here. Yeah, really, it's you hate to see that get into the players, but I think we see Joey actually bounce back with a pretty good drive right up the center of the fairway.
His mental game is just on par. I mean, it's just. He's got the best mental game in probably the entire state of Ohio. So
now on this hole, we do have OB over the road, and is that going to come? No, it looks like
almost curl back.
Oh man,
but
almost.
He's going to get an unfortunate early OB stroke, and he barely even knows where this hole is, so he's just throwing as far as he can right into the tree. So.
Now Joey actually had a great drive there down that right to the right there. You can see that there's a slope down that Liam's aiming for, and so really ideally you throw a much lower shot because this one actually is going to go over the top and into the woods past the green, which is not a great place to be.
No, I've been in those woods many a times, and it is not fun.
Yes, you have.
All right, dude. Lots of thorns and just especially in the summertime can be very treacherous.
So Joey's actually looking to possibly take back some strokes here, and a smart layup there. Really just looking to close out this hole and actually, level out the score a little bit. So Liam has a look at it here, it seems like.
Yeah, he just gives it a really bad bid. Yeah, he just doesn't even try to make it from that angle.
But he should have no problem knocking this down.
Exactly. Here. Yeah, 5 foot, 6 foot maybe. Yeah, just misses high right side.
Just chained down.
So, he's a little mad about that, but like I said. He's still kind of up a couple strokes, so he's feeling fine.
Now here we're now on hole 5 at Airy, which is actually one of the longest holes in the course, and again we have OB over the road that Joey has managed to find.
And that was a good rip too. I think that can't be understated enough. Is that really? I mean, he was throwing that. So we see Liam go out on the woods on the right. He's just going to pitch out for us.
Now, being in the edge of the woods on the right here isn't terrible, but if you go deep in there, it is jail. It is really a bad time.
He throws a nice recovery shot right there. But yeah, I mean, Joey's throwing this. I think it's a Star Beast, pretty consistently on a lot of his throws. He used to be throwing a little bit slower DX plastic, and now he kind of starting to throw a little bit more stable with his forehands, and he's really starting to get a lot more kind of range in his ability of shots, throwing a little bit more stable plastic, but he's still learning, so he'll get there eventually, but there's some definite
Go for it.
needs a lot of practice.
Yeah, and unfortunately, both players found themselves in those woods on the right there. They did a good job to get out. Joey, it took him 2 shots, but he was really deep in there, probably the deepest I've ever seen anybody be in. But so now he's got to look up the fairway, and he actually plays right at the OB again, but really doesn't give enough power to get there and gives him a good shot at the basket. This hole is a par 4, but for a lot of people, even players like us that are fairly good at disc golf, this is still a hard 4 to get. But we're going to see these players taking bigger numbers than that here.
Yeah, and Liam went straight back into the woods after he was already in there in the first place, and then he kind of pitches out and goes upwards.
A nice foot fault from Joey here.
Yeah, we're not really concerned too much about the kind of placement of the feet and all that. Like I said, this is a gentleman's match, and we consider ourselves the highest of gentlemen. So, we're going to see some cool putting right now.
Yeah, we got Liam probably outside the circle 35, 40 feet, maybe more.
Maybe 50. Yeah, they call that 50 feet.
And really gave it a good look at it again. He really, for having as unique of a putt as he has, he does a good job at getting it close and hitting the basket. And he knocks him down every once in a while from range.
Yeah, I mean, we're just seeing an all-out assault on the basket from Liam today. And he's just not letting that basket have any sort of comfortable just abilities there. I mean, he's just hitting it left, hitting it right, but just not seeming to hit the chains so far today. So we'll see.
So now Liam, really far drive there for him. It's uphill, so it's hard to get that distance. As you can see, the basket's over to the left, and now he actually set himself up with a look at it on the second shot.
And kind of throws a little nice pitch up hyzer. Still left himself a good look, and there's a bit of a drop off behind the basket, which is kind of running a little bit of a death putt.
But correct me if I'm wrong. I think that's our first look at a par today. I don't think anybody's had a par putt yet. So let's see if he can knock it down and get a clean hole on the board. Oh
yeah, and he definitely tried. I can tell you that much. And you can see on the right side, me and the B cam and our friend Rachel. She's credit to Rachel. She did the graphics for the Noob, the new Ohio Oakley battle. So.
Dark horse putt.
Yeah, and I was throwing some shots here too because I was bored.
All right, so now this hole, the basket is on the right side here, pretty straight, and unfortunately that drive is far, but it's kind of way more left than you'd like to be. Ideally, you're wanting to shoot this right up the gap, right down the center of the fairway, and they're actually both finding that area off to the left.
Yeah, easy to do. I think, especially with the forehand dominant players.
And when you have all that space open on the left, it's easy to kind of leave it out there a little too far.
I think we're going to see that sort of consistent, when Joey and Liam both have an open field in front of them, they tend to turn it over because they're trying to put too much power on it. But then when there's kind of a little bit of a more accuracy-based approach, they can't control the high-speed, shots that they're able to do, and so they end up kind of weak arming it and end up hyzering out pretty regularly. So
another par putt. Just coming up a little long. But now we got a putting battle actually between these two.
Love to see a putting battle,
Oh, and Liam knocks it down, putting the pressure on Joey to keep up.
Putt. And just ice in his veins. I mean, the man just doesn't sweat. I mean, it's amazing to see.
Oh, we get a little sportsmanship here. Oh, wow. And no, I thought he was grabbing the disc for him, but he actually threw it directly onto the ground.
We'll see how that can affect Joey's mental game. Probably pretty bad. Looks like it did not trickle OB, but it's going to be in a tough spot.
Yeah, because this is another one where the road OB. Oh, and that right there. Wow. Barely keeps it in bounds. It did stay, and he now actually has to look for a birdie putt.
And most people are going to be throwing a putter, maybe even a mid-range on this shot, but Liam's actually throwing a DX Destroyer on pretty much every hole,
which is definitely abnormal, but it looks like it worked out for him. I mean, he's down there pin high with a 20-foot look for the bird. Yeah.
This is Liam's birdie putt, and he cans it.
Wow. Hopefully we get a slow mo on that because it really
no slow mo.
No slow mo. Well, really two good putts there, and Liam knocks down before even a par on the day. He gets the first birdie, so that's it's pretty exciting.
So far, no pars on the day.
I think so. We might be able to correct me on that later, but I think that was the first under par or par hole.
And that is not the basket we're going for. It's actually the last basket that he just accidentally played towards. He wants to end up much more straight, and this kind of uphill shot is kind of really difficult for these types of players. I mean, they just do not have much power behind their drives. So we'll see if Liam can get up and down from here.
That being said, he really did put himself in range again in 2 shots. He's getting up there. All right,
and that was a fine bit. I mean, he kind of has that little hyzer putt that kind of nestles by the basket even if he doesn't make it. So.
Which really, we'll see, played in his favor a lot on this day. He wasn't making a lot of them from range, but Joey tend to leave a lot short and would cause himself to 3-putt a lot of holes, but Liam was usually able to kind of get up there and then knock it down in the next throw.
Mm-hmm.
So now you can kind of see the basket there straight in the middle of the frame, way down there, and Liam again with a really good rip. That is
a prime position for the par at least.
Yeah, so Liam was definitely starting to feel himself here. Unfortunately, Joey's looks
nose up straight from the get-go and just kind of weak arms it. You hate to see that, but he's doing the smart thing. He's laying up to the fairway,
and that was actually a really good out there, to give himself kind of that angle. Because if you don't get it far enough over there, he's not going to have a look at the basket like he does here.
Mm-hmm.
And really another good shot to get up there. It really isn't easy for him to attack that basket with all the trees there.
Right.
And he's giving himself a look to lay up for an up and down here. Oh, that looks like it's gonna hyzer out. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're not as familiar with this basket, there is a bit of a slope behind the basket, and I think we were trying to tell him about it, but in one ear out the other. Sometimes when you're in the game, it's kind of hard to focus on the experienced disc golfers that are around you and the things that they're telling you. So.
And at the end of the day, you can't help somebody who doesn't want to be helped.
Exactly. So I mean, these kids just don't understand anything these days. So.
All right, but now we got another putt from William here that he's wanted to knock down. Oh, and comes up just short again. He keeps hitting the very top of the bat.
Assault of the basket, not the chains though. That's just.
Now that looks like a decent putt to me there. I really. Yeah. I mean, obviously you could have putted it better, but I think that one should have grabbed for Joey. That's just unfortunate.
I mean, these baskets they're just not grabbing today, and you got to blame the baskets. It's definitely not the players. They're just putting well, and the baskets don't hold. So, what are you gonna do?
All right, so it looks like they're both ending up on the right side. They're really not a terrible place to be. The woods deep in there to the right aren't great, but they're both not too far off the fairway, so hopefully they'll have an out back to it. William's looking like he's pulling out the hammer again.
Yeah, he's got a decent hammer, yeah.
Right to the middle of the fairway.
Like of an ultimate background that he has, so it's kind of serviced him pretty well today. And out, yeah. Good job by Joey to also get out. This is a tough par even for a lot of players. Sometimes you kind of just want to end up just right around this zone on your first shot for a lot of players, and then just kind of pitch down for your par, but...
And if you don't have a disc that can hold straight, it's really easy to, because of that uphill and then downhill, it's really, really easy to throw over the hill and then have a disc hyzer out once it gets that height over the top of the hill. They're putting downhill at the basket, and even behind the basket, where this camera is now, is even more of a slope. So it's a scary green to be putting at. Very good form there on that putt there. We'll add that stroke on later in post.
Kind of using the roots to kind of slow down your disc. I think that's a smart play by Liam, even if you did it subconsciously.
So this is another drive that you want to throw pretty straight down the middle, and that's another far drive for Joey. Unfortunately, trickling out, but looks like it got a good push to keep it pretty close to the fairway.
Yeah, the trees are being pretty nice to him today.
And Liam appears to be following Joey again. Yeah, that's going to find the same spot
pretty much, I think.
A little further back.
They're really just best friends today. I really like this hole. I think it's a cool way to attack. You can kind of go forehand, straight.
Definitely a very gettable birdie too, but has the potential to really, if you're trying to do too much and you end up in the woods, you can take some numbers here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's even a lot of times potential to go long. If you have the distance to get there, and then it can kind of be a difficult, up and down from there as well. Just the woods all around the basket. So
we got another 20-footer here from Liam. Oh, and he connects with this one.
The pro wobble you see right there.
And we get our first slow-mo of the day.
Wow. That's you love to see that. I mean, you really feel for the guy who was missing putts all day, but and another good one.
Wow, look at that. On the same hole, they both knocked down 20, 25 footers.
I think he's been missing low all day, and I think the fact that he was uphill from the basket and he just could putt it the normal way where he wants to miss low, and it actually was center of the chain, so it's pretty nice.
Oh, now that's the tree that you need to get around. This hole wraps around way far to the right, and if you get it wide there, which, Joey barely got it around, you can really get much further up the fairway than Leon did, because now he's parked under this tree. He's going to have a hard out.
Really difficult to get. You really need a roller to get out of there pretty much if you want to get a par still. This is a par 3.
And he did good to get distance off of that, just unfortunately went back into the woods. He would have needed to aim out a little left. That might have been a victim of having to go through a small window there. And wow,
he juices that thing, and he's really just got to stop hitting the weight room. I mean, I'm pretty sure that kid's on HGH. I don't want to say anything too much.
Well, you would know. You live with the guy, right?
I do. He is my roommate as of current, but I legally can't say any more than that. So.
And if anybody's out there looking for a roommate, Cody is fielding applications for it because he is getting tired of the lack of disc golf ability from his.
Yeah, I mean, really, just main thing for roommate applications if you're going to be applying is just disc golf ability.
Above 900 rating, preferably.
At least 900 rated. I mean, if you're below 900 rated, you might as well just not even apply.
Oh, road is OB on the left.
Yeah, and you can kind of hear me. I'm saying road's OB on the left. Don't go OB on the left. That would be terrible if you went OB on the left. and then Joey just goes way right.
But he beats all of the bad stuff there. That was way right of where you want to be, but he got through it all, which is honestly better than I was expecting.
A first backhand of the day drive maybe from Liam.
I think there might have been one or two more from him.
Oh yeah, I think on hole 8 he did.
Definitely none from Joey still.
But that's like a really good shot. I mean that's very straight, and he kind of got the speed on it correct, but kind of muffs his up shot a little bit. He didn't really get enough power on it.
Yeah, because we just saw that power with his backhand on that very drive, so it would have been nice to get a second shot to give him an easy look for par. He still does have a putt at it.
And here Joey just kind of, this is actually a good story that Eli earlier says, you should throw a driver because you don't have the distance, and that was just not the right thing to do.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't the best advice to give him.
Putt.
Oh, and wow, Liam knocking one down. That's outside the circle.
For sure.
It must
be 40 feet, I would say.
Yeah, and
just
nice
slow mo, just
that hyzer putt
release. Actually, that didn't have any wobble, and that's he's really feeling his stroke at this point. It was just like painting a Picasso painting.
But he looked more surprised to have made that putt than anybody out there. It really.
Yeah, I almost wondered did he kind of miss his line and then kind of ended up in the basket somehow.
So at this point, Joey's realizing that there's quite a few strokes separating them, 8 strokes. So he's really trying to hit everything, and unfortunately missed that putt again and knocked down one more off camera. And his head was held pretty low during it. I will say that.
So this is a par 4. You kind of go down the hill. You want to end up kind of in the middle of that fairway on the left side, maybe a little bit more, and then kind of have another approach shot kind of down the hill.
And Joey turns his over, but you hear me call it out there.
This is a good roller. I mean, unfortunately, it's not really a roller hole because the hill
slopes
goes down towards the woods, but he's actually going to be in a decent position. Whereas Liam is just pitching out for his par after just going straight in the woods yet again.
So now for 3, still a lot of disc golf to get into that basket. So he's really going to have his work cut out for him. And
I think he's just playing smart golf right now. I mean, he's up by 8 strokes currently, so it's really just as long as Liam just kind of puts his head down and doesn't let Joey affect him too much, which Joey's got some pretty mad game in terms of talking to Liam. So we should see that mental game just kind of moving forward.
Oh, and that was another powerful backhand, got some distance on it, but just straight hyzer, really didn't have any flatness to it at all, and had no chance of staying in the fairway.
When you're going downhill, it's easy to get that nose up. Can I expose that disc? And he needs to throw a little bit more nose down to be able to get that distance.
And unfortunately, Joey saw the door open for him there and kind of muffed it a little bit and ended up in the woods. But a good out to give him a pretty long putt for I think the 5. Which really a bogey on this hole isn't terrible when you don't have distance. Oh, wow, and a really good hammer there actually to get out and give him a look for the up and down.
Whatever you want to call it. It was just beautiful to see. And that is a sick putt.
Wow.
Joey.
Confident putt, too.
Nails it. I mean, just ice in his veins. Maybe, what is that? Is that picking up a stroke? Maybe if he misses this putt, we'll see. And wow, that cage was nice to him.
Yeah, so now we have 9 strokes separating them, I believe.
Hole 16, we got 3 more holes to go. So, and they kind of both go with the backhand pitch up, and that's what can happen. You kind of roll down the hill a little bit, but still in the fairway, you can kind of get up and down. This is a tough 3 to get in general, and can really eat a lot of people's.
That might have been a good tree there too. It really held him off in the fairway.
Yeah, and I don't even know what Joey was going for there. He just kind of went for a tomahawk roller type deal.
Oh, that throw right there actually looked like it had potential to end up pretty alright. Just got knocked down early.
And this is Liam's Viper, I think. That's
that's a Viper.
DX Viper, 6-speed fairway, and he really just throws that well. I mean, gets him to about 20 feet, and I really haven't seen him throwing that disc that much. I mean, he's throwing that DX Destroyer way more often. I think in the future he should really start throwing that disc more. I mean,
yeah, because that's a problem that a lot of new players or players in general with disc golf don't really understand is that a distance driver will help you get more distance, but only if you have the arm speed to match it. If you're able to throw more consistently, with a lower speed driver, then a lot of times that's a better move for you. And yeah, another confident putt from him. He was starting to come into his own here.
Yeah, we're seeing some confident disc golf, and And Joey just cans the putt as well. And this is, I'm thinking, what is that, a 5 for Joey? I have no idea. So, not a bad hole for either of them. Honestly, I've taken worse numbers on that hole. And Liam with the rip, he kind of just laces it in the middle of the fairway. Kind of trickles down a little bit, but he'll be fine. Joey goes for the big forehand. He's thinking, I want to get this an ace run.
And another accidental roller that's actually looks like it's going to trickle right to where Liam is. So they're gonna be throwing right next to each other.
Similar spot, and Joey's kind of razzing him a little bit right there in front of them.
I mean, he does realize that he's 10 strokes back, and at that point, and at the Noob, you know,
there are really no rules in the Noob. I mean, we say this a lot, but I mean, all bets are off the table. I mean, you can really just do as much as you want. Foot faults don't matter. I'm not worried.
I mean, consistently in the tenured history of this esteemed tournament, we really have seen a lot of shady things happen, and a lot of times they kind of go without any repercussions.
Yeah. I mean, the officials of this are just they're terrible people, so it really doesn't matter too much.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, but so it looks like he's found himself far in the woods there, but a really good out. That I have been in that exact spot, and it is jail. So it was good to be able to get out of there in one throw and give himself looks like an up to park him by the basket. I want to say Joey makes that putt. I think that's it.
I wholeheartedly believe in my mind that he will miss that putt because he just at this point his mind is just so controlled by Liam. It's just I was proved wrong. So
all right, but Liam here to knock down a putt. And Joey with the Raz again, like as we're calling it out.
He just doesn't even. He's not even
unfazed.
Look at his kind of mind is just. He's just going straight at the basket and just ends up, a good 200 feet short, but a great shot.
Oh, and there is our first backhand drive from Joey.
Yeah, and then kind of goes with a mid-range roller. I don't even know what disc that is.
Oh, you hear me call good roll? That really looked like it was going to be a good roll, but unfortunately it caught the slope and continued to roll for quite a while.
I want to say that might have even been a putter. I don't even know.
That might be one of his sharks.
Oh, he has a white shark. You're right. Yeah, DX shark.
All right, so here we are in 18, just trying to close out a perfect round for these two.
And Joey's just dejected at this point. He's not even trying to get to the basket. He's actually just actively just throwing wherever he wants to, and just hopefully it just ends up near the basket. Liam goes for this bid right here, and just wow. I mean, that was just good-looking putt.
A good look, stayed close.
Mm-hmm.
Now, will Joey finish on a good one? He does. He does.
Yeah.
He knocks it home.
There, you can actually sleep at night after that. Otherwise, I think he would have had trouble sleeping.
There's nothing worse than ending a tournament missing your last putt.
Yeah, exactly. So.
But all right, well, so thanks everybody for tuning in to the Noob. Really, we're glad that we were able to do this. It was a great day out on the course. As you can see. No bogey or no pars or birdies for Joey, but Liam actually did manage to get 2 pars and a birdie on the day. All right, so what did you think of the first annual Noob?
The Noob was, it was a lot of fun. I think it would be an understatement to say that I came out here with the expectation to win. But I got to hand it to Liam. He proved me wrong, and he putted really well through and through. I mean, he had some great drives. Conditions weren't in my favor. They were a little wet. Knew that going in though, and it's a great way to stay in shape.
All right, so first of all, congratulations on winning the Noob, a momentous achievement to say the least. So now, how did you think that you were going to play coming into today?
I really didn't have too many expectations. I thought it was a pretty even match, and came in there and I just told myself, I need to focus. I'm shifting into froth mode. And I did that, and I felt like I had a strong day. My best day on the course ever.
All right, congratulations.
Okay.
And it looked like you trying to get in there at the very end.
I just like attention. That's all. So, but as you can see, I'm very sweaty, and after a long day at Mount Airy disc golf course, and practicing. It was just fun. It was just fun. All good times all around. And
thanks to everybody who helped us put it all together. And until next time, I think we're signing out.